favorite songs of 2025. Oh my god, my body feels so tired. Ugh. One thing I hate about the heat, it makes me feel so stiff. Just everything. I've got so fast. When the wild things are, I will be. Bum, bum, I have already had probably like almost 3 bottles of water. Um, my water bottle, the jug that I'm using, can fit at least 2 full bottles of water. And no, I do not use tap water because I don't have a filter. And also, tap water doesn't get as cold as bottles of water that you keep inside a fridge. So, hmm, somehow. See, okay. So I was watching Psy, I think. Or I don't remember. I don't remember what her last name is. But I watch I watched this one YouTuber named Psy. I think their channel name is Psy Loves Frogs. Um, and she lives in Boston. Right. So like we live in the same state, right? Sure, like her videos are like pre-recorded and shit, but like you know, knowing that we were going through the same like not the same exactly, but like similar weather around the time. Um, the video that she put up today, I'm guessing, was like over one of the heat waves. Because at some point she was talking about like because they're probably honestly on their trip right now. They're probably in on their Euro trip like right now. But of course the vlogs aren't showing that right now because you record the content and stuff like that. But she was talking about how like gearing for going to Europe and how they don't use AC over there because frankly they're stupid. Coming from an American, you're an idiot. Um, Coming from someone who is an American and doesn't have AC, you're an idiot. um, or at least like their conceptions around having AC is stupid. And the argument that they used when they were here for the World Cup, which was, oh, our houses are built to keep the heat in, meaning, you know what that means? That means that any type of temperature is meant to keep temperate. It's meant to keep the temperature in. It's meant to be like not breezy, something to withstand, right? Yeah, like most houses. Like most houses. Like in the winter, our house is very old. It was probably. I mean, I live in Massachusetts, and Worcester used to be far more popular and known than it is now. Like Samuel Adams used to live here, or something like that. Some people from like Lincoln's family used to be here. This area specifically I live in, is the I mean, it's called the Commonwealth for a reason because like Worcester was known for medical. Um, and I know this information because I was trying to find uh I was trying to find information on a specific street. I forget which street, but I was trying to find the reason why it was named the way it was, right? And like wanting to find out why, like the reason it was named the way it was, and to find out like whether it has always been an immigrant heavy area, right? Or at least like when that history turned. It was very hard to find some of the history. Like that was what I was able to find in my very brief research. I didn't go into depth. That's honestly kind of. I find like one, not necessarily research paper or anything, but like kind of like a book, kind of research paper, just someone who has put out has studied it a little. I usually do find like at least one of those things where it's like a peer reviewed text and like verified sources and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, my original question, my original thought was just like um, about like because this the street I've grown up on and have always lived on has always had a high POC percentage. Very rarely, and like that's kind of things that I've started to see change. Um, it's funny because it's also like I call it the ghetto suburbs because it's like the edge of the ghetto because on like two fronts, like the street alone, on like two fronts, it becomes you can kind of see the divide, right? It's kind of crazy. Um, uh, like you could walk for less than 30 minutes in a direction, in like two of the directions from my house, and you will reach like the area that is really well taken care of, has like a dog park. Um, Things are a little bit more expensive there and stuff like that. The white area, right? And then the other side, that's one side. The other end is literally a college campus. So, quite literally a college campus. So, the other, I call it the ghetto suburbs because it's just like nothing really happened on the street, but my entire street were PLCs, were immigrants. It used to have a higher Latino population, but with gentrification, um, and also it being so close to the college campus, there are more one young adults and two Africans. Um, there have also been like somewhat Asians on my street. It's kind of like a melting pot where I live. I don't know. Is this racist? Me describing this in such a manner? But anyway, oh my gosh, I meant to talk about the weather. Anyway, she was talking about like how she's trying to get used to um, surviving without AC, and I was thinking about it because me walking right now, it's supposed to be 90 degrees today if it isn't already. And even walking right now, sure, light sweat, sure, I can feel the heat around me. My body has acclimated Yeah. Yep. Um, and I could say legit when the heat wave, which is why I say this is probably it was probably recorded like back when Massachusetts was having one of its heat waves, right? Um, because there was one day where it reached the hundreds. It was like either exactly 100 or it had like crept to like 103 or something like that. Um, and I was completely fine that day. Completely fine that day. Like, if anything, I felt better on that day than I have on days where it has been like 86. In sorrow, you could borrow. But today, maybe tomorrow, open up the door. Open up the door. I know before you can't cope with anymore. Could you show me what's in store? Oh, sure. Open up the take my love away from me. I'm not a Billie fan, but I can admit that her songs do sound good. There was a point in time where I was listening to a lot of her songs. I don't know where to go. I don't want you at all. I don't know you, not at all. I don't know. No, I don't know you at all. I don't know you. You take my love away from me. I was waiting in the garden. I think the reason why I like her songs is because they're so like simple, but like beautifully simple, serious. Like because they're simple, she's able to focus on like making sure the sound is really good. Um, as has been shown on multiple occasions, the amount of cuts that she makes and the times that she redoes it and does it and does it until like all of it flows well enough. Like all the different takes and stuff. Open up the door. Like the reason why her songs sound so good is because her voice sounds seamlessly beautiful, and people are trying to recreate that sound while doing it once, right? Singing it once. When she herself doesn't slash can't or something like that. Not to say that people sound like bad singing it, but even but your voice just naturally isn't always going to be perfect. And I think the appeal in her songs in the way that she sings is that it has that smooth butteriness, that near perfect sound, right? Oh, also because I had my phone in my pocket because I was wearing shorts with pockets. I was finally wearing something that had pockets. Um, I already was much closer to my goal than usual, so I'm already quite close to my goal. I might just say fuck it and go 5,000 like I've done other times, because I kind of did feel like walking. Um, I don't know. I've been like thinking because I like trying to. I'm one of those people. Okay, I am. I am. I listen to my zodiac, and today, let me, because I would be paraphrasing. Let me read. Ah, write a song, write a love song for unrequited love. Like, bitch. And so I've been like trying to think because like yeah, I haven't like one written a song in a hot minute. Two, okay, so before I checked it now, I was just like, okay, write a love song. That's what I remembered. Writing a love song, right? Um, and let me tell you what the do's and don'ts are. Do heavy sighs, chase lounge, dirges. Don't speed dates, fickleness, and bouncing back. My Daddy Lance, write a love song for an unrequited love. You've been writing love letters in your head to someone who will never read them. Transform that ink into something real. The song matters more than the audience. Your feelings are valid. Your approach isn't. Oh, sorry. And the funny thing is, while watching Sai's video, she went into this whole story. She went into this whole story about about like this one lake that she was reminded of because of like Japanese seltzer, like alcoholic seltzers, right? And this lake that she used to go frequently in, like the lake she was rejected at. And then she went into the story about the whole rejection and stuff like that. And like, ooh, the whole thing was like frustrating after she had like confessed her feelings of like, because honestly, I have similar views to her in that, which is I do like people being like direct and having a direct approach. Um, and she had told this person that she had a crush on them, and they took almost an entire day to respond, and the response was, "Oh, oh." You took an entire day to respond, "Oh." And the thing is, Sai, she was when she was talking about it, she was just like, like I would rather them just reject me, like spending the entire day just wondering, like, just getting silence after that is I'd rather you be upfront. Like if you don't like me, just say that because I would rather be told and just move on with my life, and we could like go back to being friends because that's how I see feelings as well. Like I could tell you, I could tell you that I like you, and I'll say it plainly to your face, and be like, "Yeah, I have a crush on you." Oh, the blessing. Sorry, gotta throw it down for the Lord real quick. The blessing. Oh, the blessing. Oh, the blessing. Can't you see what God has done? Oh, the blessing. Oh, the blessing. Oh, the blessing. Oh, the blessing. Can't you see what God has done? Look and see, look and see, take a look and see what God has done. Look and see, look and see, take a look and see what God has done. Look and see, look and see, take a look and see what God has done. Sing it again. The blessing. Oh, the blessing. Oh, the blessing. Oh, the blessing. Can't you see what God has done? Now let me tell you a story about this song, and how I found it. Right? Okay, the song's starting back up again. I gotta sing this quick. Hold it down. But okay, growing up as a kid, I was a hit. I was a big. The blessing. song. Growing up as a kid, my favorite. We weren't allowed to listen to secular music very often. Um, I mean, like we didn't really, at least not with the family, whole family. We didn't really listen to secular music until we got like two separate computers. One for us, the kids, one for my mom, that my mom used a lot, right? Both my parents kind of used it, but like my dad got a laptop at some point, whatever. But some of my favorite CDs, because we used to listen to CDs and uh, VCR, the tape players. I think that's what they're called. We used to listen to those a lot. My favorite were CC Winans and Ron Canoli. Um, so periodically, I would go on Spotify and listen to them because I don't know where the CDs are, and I also don't have a CD player. But my childhood, the songs that always spoke to me, gospel songs, obviously gospel. Ron Canoli and CC Winans. I didn't know any other like uh, like black people gospel and worship songs. That wasn't our thing. We're Nigerian, we're an African family, right? So we listen to African for the most part, and the other music that we would listen to, if it weren't those two, um, were white. uh, but in that time where, because I will go back and try to find some of the songs that I listened to in my childhood. The title of the song that I was just singing, Count Your Blessings, right? It was one of the periods of time. Clearly, it was last year, so like I was, trying to find my spirituality again and stuff like that. And in my head, I had woken up and I was just thinking, there was this one CD that my dad used to play in the car almost all the time. And I remember it vividly, being in the car driving home from First Assembly, if anybody knows that church. But white church kind of got taken over by Africans, which, you know, whatever floats your boat. But like I did like First Assembly. They made learning about Christ fun, even though I didn't pay attention because I don't think I really understood what was going on. But like they, for the most part, were just like singing and praising. That was church. But the drive home, there would be this kids CD. Like it was basically the Christian kids pop version, having like all these different hymns. And one of them was Count Your Blessings. And it would go, Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings you what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. And I was looking for specifically the child version of it. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find it on Spotify. I have no clue. No clue. But I found the adult version, hated it. And then afterwards, I was just like, okay, this one, let me try this one. And I heard it. It wasn't the song at all, but it was black. And it was black gospel. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck the other song. I would rather listen to this one. Because at the time, that one really spoke to me. And you can see, like, in the way that I legit have to stop my previous conversation to start talking about it. To start singing it, right? But yeah, Unrequited Love. Writing a love song about it. I was thinking about it after I read my because it was kind of it was one of the first things that I check. It's usually one of the first things I check. Sometimes I don't even check and I don't realize. Um, oh hi, I want to take you on a little ride. I want to make you feel so nice. I want to make you feel appreciated when you're deep up inside. I want to show you just what I like. I want to kiss you slow, want to fuck you rough. I want to eat you up. I want to cook your lunch. I want to love you, babe. I want to be. I want you right under me. Can you just live a little, let your head down? Cheap now you right with me. I'ma wet your sheets, sunny up for me to go around. Break your bed and never sofa. I wanna pull you closer. Everybody wants to know ya, but me, I only want one thing. I don't even want your number. Don't care if you got another, 'cause tonight I'm your only lover, and I'ma give you that one thing. I'ma give you that one thing. With no clothes on. It was so right when I'm acting so wrong. So my back is so strong. Like OMG, turning on my phone to DND in a couple of hours, all I need. You know what I wanna be. I want you right under me. Live a little, let your head down. Really will ever know. You could put on a little show, say that big energy for my mouth. Break your bed and in the sofa. I wanna pull you closer. Everybody wants to know you, but me, I only want one. I don't even want your number. Don't care if you got another, 'cause tonight I'm your only lover, and I'ma give you that one thing. I'ma give you that one thing, the one thing, the one thing. I'ma give you that one thing. All my life, all my life. All my life, when you do me right, do me right. Oh, boy, you're gonna do me all my life. All my life, when you do me right. Oh, boy, you're gonna do me all my life. And waiting for you all my life. Do me right. Oh, boy, you wanna do me. Yeah. So back to the side story and why I was just like why I paid so close attention to it. Basically, essentially, that's what I'm getting at. Um, because it's just this could have been handled first of all over text simply. Um, and then even just the BS of inviting them to a place and then just being roundabout and not necessarily rejecting or anything. Just and she even said I feel like they liked that I liked them more than they liked me, right? Because they were asking all these like follow-up questions. They were like, oh, when did you find out and stuff like that. And I had to pause so many times while she was telling this story because it just angered me. It pissed me off. It just really pissed me off because it would have been I okay. I'm an Aries, right? Scorpio rising, Cancer moon, Aries Venus. so so and with conflict and shit. I'm a Taurus Mars. Okay. So everything basically everything about me is like I'm not dealing with this. I'm not gonna deal with this, right? Like either be straightforward or I'm going to headbutt you. Or at least want to. Uh, the end of an age and the end of affection. Damn, maybe I shouldn't have listened to my fixation playlist because why should I worry about rocking a sinking boat? Because I'm over here singing every single one. Over the boulevard, falling angels and fatal attraction. And then, while she was telling the story, right? Again, I had to pause because the dudes, the deep sighs, right? I paused to take a deep breath, basically, because I understand the feeling. Um, and all that came to mind was Agretzko, which I also loved that anime. First of all, I love red pandas; they're so freaking cute. But the fact that she just this small, usually soft spoken, a little bit of a people pleaser, just trying to get by and work, live her life. She thought her life was going to be very different. And then just when she's off work, has free time, goes down to karaoke and just, which is so valid and real. And then it got me thinking about oh yeah, I don't have to write a slow, sad song about unrequited love. I could do what I always do and turn it into rock or metal or screamo because that's not necessarily how unrequited love makes me feel, right? It doesn't make me necessarily feel depressed or sad. It makes me frustrated. It frustrates me, right? I get angry. Not at the other person necessarily, unless I do, go through that situation of I told them I liked them and it took them 3 days, 3 days to be wishy-washy and beat around the bush instead of rejecting me. That's annoying, right? And because going back to my 5 placements and what I was talking about there, Bésame, bésame mucho. Como se fuera ese último vez. I don't know all the words in Spanish because I don't speak Spanish. Bésame mucho. Que tengo miedo de después. But yeah, I think after the first day, my feelings would have waned. After seeing the O, my feelings would have been gone for the most part. But I would still want that closure of okay, can you just reject me? I'm just saying I'm saying if I was in Sai's situation at that time, because because I would go and wait by the lake in the bitter cold because I also do like sitting in the cold. It's feeling my body lock up from freezing. So I'm sarcastic, but I'm not being sarcastic. I actually do. It's like, shivering is like to get your body moving so that like you could generate heat. That's why you shiver when you're cold, because your body's trying to vibrate to like generate some heat. Besame mucho, que no se fueron esa noche última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho. Que tengo miedo de después. Que tengo miedo de después. Bésame. 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 Anyway, but yeah, I just would have been angry. I think honestly speaking, I think I would have interrupted them as soon as they came, made it very clear. Like after the I'm here to talk. Okay, you were the one who asked me here. Why aren't you the one speaking? Leave the conversation. That would piss me off. That would have pissed me right off. And then because they're beating around the bush instead of leading the conversation, I probably would have been like, you know what? Yeah. Actually, the way that this is going right now, I don't think I want to see you ever again. Not ever again necessarily, but like for a bit, because you pissing me right off. Yeah, feelings all gone. Matter of fact, they turned it there. I'm starting to dislike you. Matter of fact, this is turning to hate real quick. So, either get to the point, or I'm just gonna go and never talk to you again. Yeah. Aside was still nice and being like friends with them because they also had trips planned afterwards. I would not be so kind. I wouldn't. Simply would not be so kind. I would just be annoyed. And the thing with me is it's not even necessarily where I would be like glaring at them and be like, oh, we're not friends. Oh, you hurt my feelings, and give them the time of day. I just simply would not care that they are there. And that is the way the area is, honestly, truthfully speaking. But like, I could be very stubborn. And like, as soon as you have annoyed me to a point where I don't respect you talking to me, you don't exist. It's just it's harsh, and I don't know how to not do that. But like legit, I will. It's like the easiest thing to ignore you. Like my mind legit, my ears legit tune you out. And the thing is, I will notice like them being around, right? Because that's not the issue. And the only reason why I would look at them and like be like, they're here, is because it's like, oh, I hope they don't come and talk to me, because I will still be polite. That's how I am. I'm very polite. Where it's just like, if they come talk to me, I will have a conversation with them. I will hold a conversation with them. All right, as long as they talk to me and will respond and like in a way that continues a conversation, I will have it with them. Doesn't mean that I want to talk to them. One, two, if they do not approach me That is so much easier. Because like it would seem like from their perspective that I'm very hot and cold. And to me, I would say that's not true. I'm not hot and cold. I'm really not. I'm pretty temperate. I'm pretty one note when it comes to that. Um, of like being polite. Like I'm not gonna ignore you to your face if you are talking to me. That depends. If it's someone who doesn't get the hint that I don't want to talk to them, or uh like don't want to have a long conversation, because that's another thing. I'll be polite, but I also won't give anything. You have the most unlovable part of me. See, oh, I felt me. You cut free. Away. He says today he will come through. He don't know that's not what superheroes do. No great love makes my heart. All I wanna do is make you proud of me. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. I don't wanna love nobody but you. Be one of my secrets that you keep. You cover me. If I live, forever leave. Help me to see like you do. Working for that good way. He says today he will come through. He will never stop with superheroes. Oh, no greater love makes my heart. All I wanna do is make you proud of me. I don't wanna love nobody but you. 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 Sorry for the hooting and hollering. Loving you will be the death of me. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't wanna love nobody but you. 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 He says today he will come through. He will know that's not what superheroes do. No greater love makes my heart leap. All I wanna do is make you proud of me. He says today he will come through. He will know that's not what superheroes do. No greater love makes my heart leap. All I wanna do is make you proud of me. I don't wanna love nobody but you. 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 I am there's sweat dripping down my face, getting in my eyes and shit. Damn. But yeah, I I said it on my. Well, maybe I should probably like link my Telegram somewhere. It's on my other phone, so I like don't have it linked. um, but I have gotten a couple of tells about like where I've answered or responded with like I ghost easily. I will just stop talking if I can't. If okay, there have been like a couple of times where I have like ghosted people. Um, and there are a couple of times where I don't consider it ghosting because I will like pop up and just send a text. um, but for the most part, I ghost very easily. I'm sorry, this is just praise and worship time, I guess. Hands to thee. No other help I know, my Lord, my Lord. But okay, so if a conversation isn't interesting and I feel like I am breaking my arms and hitting my head against a wall to text you back, I will just not. I will simply not. It's just like, why am I putting in this much effort to talk to someone? If you want to talk, then you will make the effort to talk to someone, right? I feel people out. And it's probably one of my greatest strengths and biggest faults because like people are like I'm already on a like short fuse when someone who I do not know and have never met texts me, right? I also don't really text people in general. Um, the only person I used to text religiously was my sister before I cut her off. um, and have gone no contact with her. The last time we talked was maybe the 19th, 20th of June because I was in the hospital and my mom had called her to inform them that I was in the hospital, probably trying to like get one of them to reach me. Um, but I also, as I said prior, cut her off. So she didn't reach out to me while I was in the hospital. She had waited a couple days after being told because she didn't know whether I would even pick up. I mean, and as I said, I'm very polite. If you talk to me, I'm going to respond. She called. I looked at the call. I was in the middle of recording. Actually, I was recording a video, and then I had to end the video because the my entire energy was fully thrown off. Um, but yeah, I answered the call. She said one of the first things that she said was, "Oh, I didn't think that you were going to pick up." I was called. I picked up because I was just like, I don't know why you are calling me in the first place. Like I would like to know why you're calling me. And I've also gotten better at answering phone calls. We could call that frontal lobe development. I am an adult. Ooh, another thing that's on my frontal lobe development is I don't really binge things anymore. Like, well, first of all, I also have been having stomach problems this week. Which, yay, that means something's coming in. Because like it has been real easy to fast and I can't have any sugar or no, well, not necessarily any sugar. I can't have sugar by itself. Um, without this is a little bit of a TMI. Having diarrhea, painful. Like it feels like my intestines are twisting. Kind of painful. And because it's funny because it's like, oh sure, diarrhea, but like I barely ate anything, so nothing's even coming out. It's just pain. It's just pain. But yeah. Yesterday, I legit had to force myself to eat something. And it was legit just meat. I had two sausages. That was it the entire day. The entire day besides like a piece of candy. Which that's what I mean by like I've got an entire bag, like one of the bigger bags of tropical but Valley Ranchers. First of all, the bag I got full scam. My favorite flavor in the bag, and basically the whole reason why I got it is because my favorite flavor is fucking lime. Tell me why there's only three. Only three limes? And then basically the entire bag is fucking golden pineapple in not fruit punch, mango. Damn. I don't like fruit punch, so that's fine. But like, damn. Hands to the no quality control whatsoever. Maybe a nigga would like more than three lime Jolly Ranchers. Ever think of that? So anyway, I'm saving them for like special occasions. Special occasion. like or like emergency candy, basically. I don't remember what I was talking about. Why I talked about my little development. Okay, I've reached 5,000 steps, so I think it is all right for me to end this video. I do still kind of feel like walking. Walking out outside. But at the same time, I also don't feel like doing this anymore. So, I mean, when in motion, it's like in motion, I don't feel the heat as much. And that's why I kind of feel like staying walking. But I know as soon as I sit down and rest, my body will be like, it is rest time. Therefore, all the sweat, all the sweat, I will feel the heat rise in my body just so I can sweat and cool off. And I don't wanna go into that transition. I really don't. But I'll do it anyway. Gotta suffer. Anyway. So I'm like an old person sitting down. My joints creaking and shit. Whew. I'm gonna tell you honestly right now, do not I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. What I talked about, why it's so hard for me to like title these things, and why when it's a school lunch episode, which this one's gonna be, um, I will just say what episode number it is because it's hard thinking of like titles, but like the times where it is just not necessary. The ones that I'm like, I don't care who sees this. I'm putting them out. The ones that don't necessarily line up with the goal of school lunch because have I told you all the goal? I feel like I have. I'm okay with like restating it. Let me end this video. Let me do that. It's already gone on for so long. Thank you guys for listening, tuning in. You know, I will talk to you another day. I love you. Goodbye.